Daniel, you gonna file a lawsuit?
For the longest time, this just has not been a interest of mine. But to be honest with you, the effects that this is having on my life now, and that it has had on my life now, I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that I have people talking to me right now, trying to get me to understand, um, you know, what my legal position is in this. And so, although I haven't made that decision as of yet, it is definitely something that I am entertaining because right now I know the way that I am, the guy that I am. I'm always gonna bounce back. I'm always gonna make a way out of no way. But damn, bro, like I mean, I lost everything, my dude, and I I wouldn't have gone down this road had I known that she was getting buck wild like that, bro. Like I had way too much respect for myself to get involved in some shit that like that. So, you know, we'll see, man. We'll see. I'll keep you posted. How about that? Yeah, I'm talking about it. I'm having conversations around the subject, bro, and I'm gonna see what's the best move for me to make, and I certainly am gonna make the best move for me. So let's be clear. But I said this to Clayton. If Cassie would have just taken that 30 mil, bro, and left, none of this would have happened. But she decided to testify. She decided that she was gonna go and she was gonna try to actually, stick the knife further,
Coup de
get
grace.
the kill shot here,
Coup de
right?
grace, yeah.
And if she would have just taken that money and left that prosecution to having to go after Diddy themselves, first off, they wouldn't have probably been able to connect anything that deep. They would have come at him either differently with different charges, or they would have dropped it and not come at him at all. But all of this would have just fizzled out, right? And I said, yo, but being that she did testify, would it had made more sense if you know for a fact that you have been complicit in this to take 3 million, 2 or 3 million out of that money and just say, yo, listen, I want this to be dispersed amongst all the guys because I know what we were telling them. I know how pissed off they must be right now. I know how betrayed they must feel right now. Some of them have actually been burned by you. Why not actually put something together, disperse it amongst the guys, and I almost could guarantee you nobody would have came after her. We didn't hear a fucking sorry, thank you for reaching out to my agent to try to help me before you knew that there was 50 fucking other balls in me at the same time. Like none of that shit, bro. She disappeared completely. Not a word, not a fucking thank you, nothing, bro. We were nothing to her, bro. We meant nothing. That's what that shit feels like.
To follow up on your question, Art, because now I think I want to answer it. I am trying to put enough. I want to say, bring enough people together because I sued her to hold her accountable for this because I don't believe that she should get away with conspiring with this guy to run a decade-long sex trafficking ring and be put in the media as a victim. So to answer your question, I've spoken to him because I'm a little more knowledgeable in the law. I've spoken to several of Cassie's male escorts, and I've told them the truth, which is, dude, you have a RICO lawsuit against this woman if she transported you across state lines. Three of the guys I spoke to totally agreed with me, and they are now connected to my law firm. He's still thinking about it. Honestly, I would like us to come together as a unit, considering she destroyed all of our lives. And the same way they tried to sue Diddy and destroy Diddy, we sue her because you was involved in this. You're lying. You lied to these women and used the domestic violence of your situation to hide your own criminality. And that's not going to go here. So maybe even though I'm going through all the hell of being the guy to sue her, maybe God empowered me to be the one with the strength to lead the charge. And I totally intend to lead the charge. As you see, my lawsuit's valid. Like me and you was talking, it's been 2 months. Why ain't Douglas Wigdor said anything? Every time something happened with Diddy, within 48 hours, Douglas Wigdor, who is a remarkable attorney, I don't want to say anything, he's on the news. He's making statements for Cassie. Look at the allegations in my lawsuit, brother. She raped me, she burned me, and this lawyer hasn't said nothing to protect his client in 2 months? Come on, public. She's lying. He can't say anything about Clayton Howard because he knows Clayton Howard is telling the truth, people. Tyrone Blackburn, I saw your clip, by the way. Excellent job about me confessing how Tyrone tried to get Diddy to lie on me. Well, why hasn't Tyrone slapped me with a cease and desist or a defamation lawsuit yet, people? Why has he not done anything? Maybe it's because Clayton never lied. So I totally believe Cassie should be held accountable, and I am working, considering she wants to play games and her attorney don't want to deal with Clayton, the man who they know she burnt and forced herself on her menstrual cycle. I'm gonna bring enough guys together that we can civilly sue her and we can get the justice the U.S. Attorney's Office denied us. Because Cassie is not a victim. Cassie's a co-conspirator, like the book says.
Yo, Art. And also, I want to let you know what my thought process is, why I have to think about this. The only thing I'm thinking about is, whether or not this information that I receive is valid enough for me to know for a fact that I really have a case here, because this was traumatic, bro. Everything fell apart for me, my man. And so I don't want to go down this path of trying to sue someone to make this right and put myself through further torture with this man, and anguish and mental anguish if I don't really have a case. But if it turns out that I really do have a case, you bet your fucking ass I'm gonna sue that ass.
And I got a message for Alex and Cassie. If you see this, I am leading the charge. Cassie, you lied through your teeth. You owe me, and you are gonna compensate me for the lies you told of me for 8 years. You are wrong. You are not a victim. You're a victim of domestic violence, yes, but you're not a victim of sex trafficking. You were into those encounters. You misled Daniel. You misled me. You misled the Punisher. You misled Jules Theodore. You misled dozens of men for an 8 to 10 year period to satisfy your own sexual depravity. You're not a victim, Cassie. You're a co-conspirator, and you're going to be held accountable.
And I would say to Cassie, I wanted to say to her, like, I really wanted to stand up at the end of my testifying in court and be like, Cassie, I'm sorry, and then walk out. Now, after learning all of this shit, Cassie, what I have to say to you is, you should have came to me outside of that dream hotel, stopped me, and been like, run, leave. That was your opportunity. The Diddy was not around at all. He wasn't in another room. He wasn't anywhere. It was just you and me. You saw me. I saw you. But instead, you chose to call me again afterward and, draw me back in. When I'm thinking I'm the only one. And, I cared enough at that moment to, go over there and not up that relationship that I had with you. I was thinking that we might even be building something. What a goddamn fool. Feel like a goddamn fool, bro.
Don't feel fool. And we both got manipulated, bro. It's not hard to fall. It's not hard to want a beautiful woman who's so inviting. And that's what she is. She was enticing, she was inviting, and this is what she did to all of us. Make us think that we were special to her. When the truth is she was using us to keep her billionaire boyfriend in pocket because she was scheming on getting his bag. And that's the truth. Which she testified to, bro. She testified that if she didn't do this with Diddy, he would go get another girl. So you manipulate me, him, and 35, 36 other men for years to satisfy Diddy so he don't leave you?
But Jay-Z wasn't available, bro.
Yeah, she would have left him, but
So,
Jay-Z wasn't available. Come on, bro. Cassie, you ain't no victim, and you owe me, and you are going to be held accountable again.
And also, Art, just a note to you, bros. It's really important what you're doing, man, because when this came out, and when people like Clayton started standing up and telling his truth, bro, people started ridiculing him. I'm telling all you motherfuckers, I ain't reading shit you say about me. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. I don't care. I'm putting it out there because I'm telling you right now, you wasn't there, and this is how this shit happened. And that's just what it is. So you can go and make whatever stories you want and make whatever fucking, memes and all that. Do it all, bro. Do it all. I don't give a shit. I'm telling you right now, this is how it happened, and it's really fucked up. And I found out at the same time all of you found out what the real truth was behind all of this shit. And it's fucking disgusting.
And Cassie, you're going to be held accountable. Look who connected. You're done because you know you're lying. And me and him, we both know you're lying. So it's going to be over, and hopefully she will be held accountable for the lies she told to 36 men for over a decade.